G'day and welcome back to another AFL Fantasy video on the channel. Now in this video we're going to be going over the best point of difference picks for your AFL Fantasy side in 2020. Now to be a pod in my eyes you have to be at least under 10% ownership, and to be a good pod worth selecting you have to have good scoring capabilities as well. So pods are really good for helping separate you from the pack in overall ranking, and also getting very important for getting league wins as well over your mates. So if you do end up enjoying this video, please subscribe, please chuck a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought. I will be providing a lot of AFL fantasy content throughout the year, and definitely check out my previous videos that I've done on the channel already. Some of them will be very helpful, I'm sure. So to get into the video, our first player is James Sicily, a very debatable option, a very debatable topic. James Sicily, priced at 620k. He's averaged 83, I think, last year. Got swung around in different roles. He was never settled. He's going to be, I've said it all preseason, he's going to be settled in that halfback intercepting distributor, I think the word is I'm looking for there, distributing role across halfback, a lot of plus sixes. So I think he's going to definitely push his average back up to that 95 that we saw in 2018. And I think he's going to be a very good pick for us this year. Now, obviously, he's on the never again list for a lot of people, and I understand that he burnt a lot of people last year. But I think the inclusion of Patton and Frost, I've said it all preseason, I think that's just going to help him a lot. And he's going to be back to his role that we know he can, and the scoring that we know he can produce as well. The next player we're going to discuss is Brad Crouch from the Crows. Now, Crouch is priced at 801k, and now he's a very good mid-price option last year. Served us very well. Owned by only 3% though this year. Obviously averaged 108, so that's what he's priced at. Played all 22 games. I think his injury troubles are behind him. Full preseason again this year. There's no reason why he can't go 112 plus this year, which does provide a little bit of value and will propel him right into the top 8 midfielders. So I think he's definitely a decent option. They've obviously lost Camillus Yeoman, a few other guys in their midfield mix, but they're going to add Chase Jones and a few other guys running through there. So look, I think a younger midfield group around him, I think he can propel his average up with a full preseason and all his injury troubles behind him. I think he's going to be a great pick this year. Next up on the list is Taylor Adams from Collingwood. So Adams is priced at 706k, which is equal to 95 fantasy points. Obviously, Adams has been injury rattled in the last few years, averaging only the 95 for 2019 and 2018 respectively. But before that, he was dishing up some really good numbers. So if he can get back to those sort of numbers, he's going to be a very good value option. He's in my team at the moment in the midfield. Obviously, Treloar will miss round 1 from all reports, and I think Pendlebury will move to more of a halfback or outside wing role. Still playing a little bit of inside mid, but he's in that stage of his career now where he's probably going to move to more of a halfback in that wing role, like I said. So definitely opens up opportunity for Taylor Adams, and I think he can go 105 plus this year. He's a good value option in the midfield, in my opinion. Obviously only owned by 4.1% of teams as well, so he's going to be a great pod, and hopefully he can serve owners well this year. Next player is a guy that no one would have sworn in this list if I had said that last year. 826k, Maxi Gawn obviously had that knee issue in the preseason. I think he's good now. He's going to be playing some minutes in the next Marsh game for the D's. Owned by 9.2% of sides, so he's only just made the pod bracket, I suppose you could say. But he's a very safe R2. You're going to get what you pay for with Maxi Gawn. He's not one that's going to provide any value like some of the other options in R2 this year that we have. It's a bit of a headache at the moment for all fantasy coaches, I understand that. So Maxi Gawn, look, he could be the solution to that headache, and you'll sleep a lot better at night with Maxi Gawn sitting at R2 alongside Brodie Grundy. And the best pod pick, in my opinion, this year, Josh Kelly. He's fully priced at 860k. He's going to be contending for the number one midfield spot this year with a full preseason under his belt. His injury troubles have not hit him this year so far, knock on wood. Obviously, we know the last few years for him have been hampered by injuries. He's owned by 8.1% of the competition, so very little coaches. I think he's potentially, like, he has potential to go 120 this year if he can stay on the park. He's also got potential to be very high in the Brownlow count as well if he can stay on the park. That is the big issue with him, um, for me. But look, I'm not really too concerned. He looked awesome in the Bushfire Relief game. I'm not sure. You take that with a pinch of salt, that Bushfire Relief game, but look, I think he's going to be very high up in the top midfielders this year, potentially even number one um, as well. So that's it for the pods for this video. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe and like if you did like the video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Cheers.